I've been trying to come up with a new storyline for my new game for weeks now, but nothing seems to be working. I was about to give up when I heard about this new thing called ChatGPT. But when I first heard about it, I thought, damn, this sounds stupid. But then I saw what it could do. With ChatGPT, I could write an entire game storyline in minutes, so I decided to give it a shot. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. The program had generated an entire storyline that was not only coherent, but also exciting. I knew right then that this was the tool I needed to write my game. Or was it? I'm actually shocked at the fact that this entire script so far, up to the 30-second mark, has been written by ChatGPT, but it sounds so fake. Okay, last part. This is like one more part of the voiceover. Using ChatGPT, I was able to create a rich and engaging storyline for my game. I named it The Sorcerer's Curse, and it quickly became a hit with gamers all around the world. And to think, I almost dismissed ChatGPT as a silly gimmick. Okay, for real though, I did actually think, okay, ChatGPT is kind of stupid at first, so I didn't really use it much, but then I kind of was struggling. I always struggled to make names for my games. And I was like, okay, how can I think of a name for this game? Because I know what kind of genre it would be, which is horror, RPG, platformer, kind of, right? And I made the base of the game, so I was like, let me think of a name. And I couldn't really think of anything, so I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll try this ChatGPT thing. So I gave it a try, and it actually gave me a few not bad ideas. So I took a few of them and I basically mashed them together. And actually, that's not true. The story, the title, I just found one really good one, which was Dreadfall. And I was like, okay, I'll use that. And it sounds pretty good. I pitched it to some friends of mine and they thought it was pretty cool too. So now my game is called Dreadfall. Now the story, on the other hand, I tried giving it the tile set and giving it a few prompts to write me a story, and they weren't bad, but one thing I realized or noticed about ChatGPT is that all its stories, like whenever I asked it to write me a story for anything, it was always kind of similar. So I decided, okay, I'll ask it to write me a few different stories, and then I'm gonna kind of take the good and bad from each one, and lo and behold, it actually kind of worked. So I gave it the same prompt actually 3 times basically, and it gave me 3 different storylines, and I decided to basically combine all 3 into one story plot that I'm going to be using for my game. So the idea of the story now is going to be, we're going to have the player starting in a forest area, and I'm going to try to get it to come into a village almost, or maybe apocalyptic village almost, and I'm not really too sure what the exact mission will be, but the main player is going to basically have to leave the village and go out and explore to some sort of temple. And that's the temple is part of the ChatGPT part. I'll put up the ChatGPT storyline if you guys want to read it as I'm talking, but that's basically the idea, where I'm going to have the player going into a temple eventually, and now you have to kind of explore the temple and find different things, or there will be like obviously side missions and stuff like that, but I think it'll be cool to start in the upper ground and then go down into a temple and it'll be haunted and stuff like that. So I think that'll actually be kind of cool, and I pretty much have ChatGPT to thank for this. It's actually pretty cool, and I'm actually kind of excited to see what AI has to do for game dev. I might actually make more videos on game dev using AI. I think that'll be interesting, and I think it's the future of game dev. I think we should try to use AI as much as we can and not have fear against AI and being like, oh my god, ChatGPT is going to make my game useless, or someone can actually code my game with ChatGPT. So I think I'm going to try to do that. And that's it. I don't have too much else to showcase in this video because I haven't worked too much on my game. I haven't really had the time, but I'm gonna try to stream more and work more on this game, maybe in the next week or 2 as well, especially. So if you guys are watching this, definitely check out my Twitch. That'll be in the link down below, and check out my other videos on this channel. I have a bunch of tutorials. If you guys want to make your own game, that'd be awesome if you guys could check that out. And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.